Opening statement while we wait for Senator Alexander. First, let me just particularly welcome Jeff Smith here and thank him for his service to our country at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory. I've had the opportunity to visit Oak Ridge, and it is an astonishingly impressive place where astonishingly impressive work is done for the American people. So thank you to Chairman Capito and to the members of the subcommittee who are all here today, and welcome to all of the nominees. As Chairman Corker said, TVA is the nation's largest public utility and is positioned to lead the development of policies to provide affordable and clean energy. Currently, TVA provides electricity to about 9 million people in Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. In 2015, TVA completed a long-term planning process to identify future energy needs. In its plan, TVA stated that it would add between 150 and 800 megawatts of large-scale solar by 2023, and between 3,150 and 3,800 megawatts of large-scale solar by 2033. These renewable goals are worth pursuing, but the heavy lifting to achieve them is yet to be done. According to the World Economic Forum, there are more than 30 countries whose renewable energy prices are on par with fossil fuels, in most cases without subsidies. New auctions are sometimes lower than fossil fuels can match. Here in the U.S., the renewable energy industry currently employs nearly 700,000 Americans and provides 15% of our energy supply. Renewable energy capacity in the U.S. has more than tripled since 2008, and in 2016, renewables led the way for new additions onto our energy grid. We are seeing an explosion of renewable energy deployment and generation across the U.S. The 5 states that get the largest percentage of their electricity from wind are Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, Oklahoma, and North Dakota. Texas wind generation hit a record 15 gigawatts in December 2016, meeting 45% of the state's power needs, with 18,000 megawatts installed and another 5,000 megawatts under construction. In Iowa, Mid-American is planning to add 2,000 megawatts of new wind by 2019. Once installed, 85% of the energy Mid-American generates will be renewable. The nationwide success of renewables shows that outside of Washington and the thrall of the powerful fossil fuel lobby, renewable energy is both a bipartisan issue and a powerful economic engine. The growth in renewables is driven by innovation and rapidly declining costs, assisted sometimes by state and federal tax incentives, strong state-level renewable portfolio standards, federal policy, and guidance from federal agencies like the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. FERC and the regional grid operators and utilities like TVA will continue to play a major role in the modernization of our grid. I look forward to hearing from today's nominees how they plan to carry out TVA's long-term plan and whether they support the ambitious renewable energy goals the agency set in 2015. Independent regulators are being pressed by this administration to reject market forces to prop up the fossil fuel industry. Right now, FERC is considering a rule proposed by the Department of Energy to subsidize the coal industry. That rule has drawn nearly universal opprobrium, except from the likes of coal industry magnates such as Bob Murray. The energy market is infested with subsidies for fossil fuels already. Any new rules at FERC should respect first the Federal Power Act and not the wishes of well-connected political donors like Murray working behind the scenes to direct administration energy policy. Thank you, Madam Chair.